Hello and welcome, Capricorn. All right, so I did get some new microphones, so hopefully this one works. All right, so Capricorn, you have the Eight of Cups coming out. You have the Page of Wands. You have the High Priestess. The Two of Cups, beautiful. Bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel. All right, Capricorn, get it. Nice. So with the Eight of Cups, I do see that this could be possibly reconciliation for some of you, because it does feel like it's a situation that's, left behind. Definitely like kind of just leaving this in the past, walking towards. For some of you, I'm getting like, is the grass greener on the other side? For others of you, I'm just getting something about timing, that you had to leave a situation behind. Or this could have been your person, I guess, because this is a general reading. So again, just take it how it resonates. But I'm just getting, like I said, a relationship is kind of being left behind or just being walked away from. But with the Page of Wands, I'm getting communication being opened back up. I'm getting some good news coming in. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be kind of shocking. Unless, of course, it's you taking that step. But I do feel like somebody is definitely going to be taking some action here. Underneath, I know the bottom of the deck was the Wheel, but underneath that is the Emperor card. And I'm just feeling somebody really kind of taking control of the situation, getting control of their feelings, or again, most importantly, taking action. I keep getting somebody's taking action. So there could have been stagnancy within this connection. Like I said, I am feeling like it was left behind. So maybe either it just was thought that, it's not going to return, or again, there was just some kind of distance, some kind of stagnancy. I'm not getting any communication. So I think you just thought it was done and over, Capricorn. But, again, with the Page of Wands, I'm seeing communication coming in. I'm seeing some good news. I'm seeing, just opportunity, something opening up here. It's that thought of doing this. So I don't think anybody has taken action quite yet, but it feels like they're going to be taking action soon. Or it's like maybe they threw out a text, or, some maybe responded, I don't know, email, social media, something, or even a phone call, and then just kind of, fill you out. So like, how are you warm and welcoming? Are you accepting, are you wanting to talk to them? How are you feeling towards them? And it's like they're just kind of like throwing some bait out there in a way to see like how you are with this situation, with talking to them. So for some of you, I am feeling, like I said, they kind of put some bait out there. See if you would take it and see how you're feeling about the situation. But if you're ignoring them, they just want to know how it's going to go. They want to know what's to be expected. So again, for some of you, I'm getting like that little tidbit of communication, but for the majority of you, I'm getting like this person is just kind of thinking about it. They haven't actually taken action yet. But with the Two of Cups, this could be a soulmate connection. There's definitely a connection here. There's definitely a bond here. With the High Priestess, definitely listen to your intuition. It does feel like there's, you could be dealing with a water sign, Capricorn, Pisces. Yeah, I'm just getting like something about timing, especially with the Wheel here. It just feels like a situation is coming back around. So for some reason, like I said, the situation was walked away from. For some, like I said, I'm just getting like grass is greener on the other side. For others, they just had to walk away from the connection. For some of you, I'm getting you could have already been in like a connection, relationship. And so maybe that's why they had to just kind of pull their feelings away and walk away. For others of you, this is someone you were with. So I had to kind of clear that up because that was coming through. So with the High Priestess, though, again, it's that intuitive connection. It's just kind of sensing like this isn't done. This is over. Maybe you've been picking up on, just like thinking of this person randomly. Maybe it's been a hot minute since you've actually had a thought of them. Or, a song comes on and then all of a sudden, you start thinking of them like, oh, I wonder what so-and-so's up to. Like, dang, they kind of broke my heart. But yet here I am thinking of them. Why all of a sudden? That's why. All right, so Capricorn, we have the Muse of Inspiration. We have the Ten of Inspiration. So it definitely wasn't easy for whoever it was to walk away. Like I said, the connection is still very much there. With the Muse of Inspiration, That's a King of Wands. They had to take action. They had to walk away. Too much was just kind of weighing on them. It just, for some of you, like I said, it does feel like they had to see what else was out there. For others of you, this is just more like them kind of doing their own soul searching. I'm not so much getting like there was another person, although, I mean, there could have been. But I'm just getting more like they're trying to find themselves. Like they have their own stuff that they're trying to kind of heal from, or, you know, like fix in their lives, or, you know, something like that. So it's not necessarily saying this person was cheating on you, they automatically left you. Like, I'm not saying any of that. Capricorn, you also get the Hanged Muse. So, you know, this is talking about a situation just kind of being up in the air, but also gaining a different perspective of the way you're seeing the situation, or the way they're seeing the situation. Like I said, it really kind of feels like that's why somebody had to walk away. Yeah. I am getting like somebody could have been a little bit of a player type, you know, really kind of likes their freedom. You know, but I just get like really mixed emotions here. I just don't think this person really knew what they wanted at the time. With the Page of Wands, you have that Two of Inspiration, Seven of Voices, and the Queen of Materials. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, or, you know, materials coming out here. So again, that is clarifying the Page of Wands. So we do have some growth here. We also have, you know, being stuck at that fork in the road of which way do I go? What do I do? Again, it does feel like a choice needed to be made here. You know, this person did choose to walk away, or, you know, again, Capricorn, this could have been you to choose to walk away, and it wasn't an easy thing to do. You know, there is connection here. There is, like I said, either a soulmate bond, some type of soul connection is going on here between you and this person. So again, not easy to walk away by, you know, by any means, even, you know, though it may look like, you know, oh yeah, it was easy for them, they just left, you know, I'm the one with the broken heart. But I don't think that's the case. I think it was, you know, very heartbreaking to them too. You know, if that doesn't apply to you, of course, then, you know, this may not be your situation. But yeah, but like I said, with the Seven of Voices here, I'm just getting like this person really didn't know what they wanted. I'm not getting that this person was very honest with you about their feelings, because I keep getting something about communication. Queen of Materials, yeah, they're definitely seeing you though as being someone who's very stable, very mature. There could be an age difference here. High Priestess, y'all could be getting some tarot readings about this person. Okay, so I'm clarifying the High Priestess. Five of Voices, the Tower card, and the Hermit card. Okay, so Five of Voices, you know, that's that, you know, kind of mental manipulation in a way. It's like playing mind games, almost leading somebody on, or just saying things again that you really don't mean. It's kind of like just hurting someone's feelings in order to push them away from you, or in order to get what it is that you really want. But in the end, it's like, did you really want that? Is what I keep getting with this particular card. With the Tower card, I think this person did get what they wanted by pushing away, by walking away, you know, leaving the situation, the relationship behind, but it wasn't what they needed. It wasn't exactly what they wanted. It's not what they had thought, because I'm just getting something very unexpected. So even though this is ended, we're getting a new chance to kind of regrow this, is what I'm seeing. With the Hermit card, this situation definitely gave this person, you know, a chance to really grow, to really do some soul searching, to really figure some things out. Yeah, Capricorn, I'm getting like a really big reconciliation here. All right, Two of Cups. We have the Lovers card. So again, we have the Two of Cups, and clarifying that is the Lovers. I mean, hello. Big connection here. A strong soul connection. Soulmate, twin flame. You know, choice needed to be made, but, you know, even though there's distance between the two of you, it still feels like somebody's going to be reaching out. Somebody wants to close that distance. Somebody wants to reconcile. Five of Emotion. They're regretting this. They're missing you. They're missing the connection. They're feeling that loss. With the Knight of Emotion, they want to come in. They want to offer up, you know, their cup of emotion. They want to tell you how they feel. They want you to know their feelings about you, about this connection, you know, about what they've been through. I'm just getting they're really missing the communication. They're really missing the connection. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So Knight of Emotions. Again, Capricorn, you could be dealing with a water sign. I'm getting a lot of water. Let's see, Virgo, Scorpio, some air, Pisces. All right, we have the Nine of Inspiration, the World Cosmos, and Death. So a big, huge transformation here, clarifying that will card. So again, the past needed to be put in the past before we could start over again. We had to wait for that, that wheel to turn, that cycle to start over. A transformation had to take place, some big changes here. Somebody had to go through like an awakening here. With the World Cosmos, again, I am seeing the situation coming back around again. I am seeing a cycle, coming in, but fresh. It's like, the same person. Excuse me, the same person, but completely different situation, because there has been some growth here. So this person is coming in, growing a lot, emotionally, mentally, wanting to express this to you, to see, can we go anywhere from here? Can we change this up? Can we try again? Nine of Inspiration. It has not been easy for this person. It has not been easy for you. Both of you have gone through these trials and tribulations in different ways and doing it apart from each other, but it has not been easy for either one of you. So, all right. All right, Capricorn, let's get some twin flame angel numbers. See what is going on for Capricorn. Okay. We have 1133. Commit to being the best version of yourself and enjoy the positive impact it has on your connection. Okay. 660. You do not have to compromise your own integrity to get what you want. Assert yourself accordingly. So that may have something to do with, the situation. Definitely setting up boundaries. Excuse me. My allergies are going haywire. All right. Let's get some more oracle, please. These are the Mystic Moon oracles. Okay. So we have new direction. Beautiful. Okay, so again, transformations, changes, new direction. This person, like I said, I really do feel like they have grown a lot, grown and matured a lot, because I was sensing like a little bit of an age difference, or maybe even a big age difference. But somewhere along the line, or it could even just be energetically speaking, just not being on the same page. So again, I'm just seeing this connection. I'm seeing this person going in a new direction. And like I said, I see them coming back. All right. So we have healing family issues. So this could be, and then bottom, I have to show you that because it does feel like, like I said, there's an age difference. There's some kind of differences here, but I'm really getting age. But healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe somebody, could have been, needed to heal some family issues, and their upbringing, something could have had, something to do with why, this whole situation was kind of going off the way it was. All right, then we have finances and career. So financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I think finances are a big factor for everybody right now. All right, let's go ahead and let's get some charms. Okay, and this is for Capricorn. Go ahead and lower this. Okay. All right. So you guys had a bit more. So for your charm, here's Zodiac. Let me see if I drop it. You did get the one of Taurus, and this is trustworthy. I'm also getting, just going forward, very earthy, which, yeah, you guys are an earth sign. Okay, so with this little hand, I am getting like somebody being just like, there's some kind of protection. Somebody, again, could be going through a spiritual awakening. With the little key, again, I see opening doors, new beginnings. With the mermaid, with her little back turned, I am getting that this connection, they could have turned, they could be the ones that turn their backs on this connection. With the little flower in full bloom, again, I'm seeing resurrection. I'm seeing it coming back again in full bloom. The mermaid inside the little circle. Again, a lot of water energy. I really have to say, earth signs, you're dealing with some water signs somewhere along the road, because you're just really intuitive, or your person is really intuitive, something along those lines here. With the little football player, the person could have been really into sports. I'm also getting like touchdown. So in other words, it's like, you know, they're going for their goals. You're going for your goals. I just see you both kind of doing something to achieve whatever it is that you've been aiming for. And I see you accomplishing it. I see, you know, like success. The bottle opener. Again, I keep getting things to open, you know, like keys. The bottle opener. I think it's just more or less saying that, you know, again, they're going to see kind of like opening up a can of worms. You know, are you going to welcome them back? You know, can they have this conversation? Are you willing to have a conversation with them? You actually have a musical instrument here and then a musical note here. So again, you could be speaking like, you know, by music, you know, kind of, you know, like this song reminds you, it's like you're listening to songs and like a certain part of the lyric just kind of stands out to you. And so it makes you think of this person. So again, there's that. You also have the guitar. So that's actually 3 musical little items there. We do have the star, which is talking about wish fulfillment. We have the Eiffel Tower, which, you know, you could be at a distance from your person. And with this one, you know, making room for like having little jewels that you can place in it, but it's being empty. It feels like there could be something missing. So maybe this is a dream of theirs and it's like, you know, something is missing. The hearts too, inside the little clover or making a little clover here. Again, I just feel like something is missing for this person. We have the little gun here. So again, this person could, I am getting that this person is kind of outdoorsy, especially with like the little hockey sticks. You know, it's just like outdoorsy, kind of sporty. But it also feels like with that gun, you know, when you think about that, you think of, you know, protection, you think of, you know, speed, you know, as far as like the bullet goes. You also think of being, you know, fearful, you know, scared. You know, it's going to resonate differently. But definitely within this connection, it does feel like, you know, somebody was kind of just holding the, you know, pulled the trigger on the situation, on the, you know, on the relationship and walked away. So, yeah. But like I said, it doesn't feel over. With the horseshoe, again, this is talking about good luck. So luck is going to be changing. Like I said, lots of transformations. With the little handmade, I am getting, again, I'm getting more, it's going to be your person that's going to be reaching out. With the elephant, I'm getting positivity. I'm getting optimistic. I'm getting good luck. I'm also getting, you know, loyalty and replaying memories. I just keep getting something about memories as well. So, and then of course with the little owl, you know, this is talking about being aware of your surroundings. This is talking about, you know, that intuition. It's talking about that wisdom. So, all right. Well, Capricorn, this is what I have for you. So thank you so very much for joining and watching. I do appreciate it. And until next time, take care.